Well, hello, welcome. It's Thursday evening, and this is a Welsh football fans live World Cup qualifying party. Yes, people, we're going to Qatar! Yes! Oh my goodness. There's a phrase I thought, A, I'd never say, and B, I felt slightly uncomfortable with, but we're going to get over that, all right? We're going to get over that. We're going to go to Qatar. It's absolutely fine. But first, though, we're going to open with that man right there. John Mouse opening the show live from ESM headquarters on Welsh Football Fans. Thanks, John. Take it away.
Thank you. Once upon a time I went outside, rain or shine, dinner time I'd stay inside for a short while and go outside by the mountainside, playing goals. Those they were our goalposts. You said it's mad seeing you here, pushing prams in the park, you don't live near. I'm a father, we were just kids, let's reminisce. I was a goalkeeper, then everyone grew tall. We were the best of friends, and now we're just two young men, and maybe we could just pretend that we are friends. While you're back, I can see you back there kicking balls. Those trees, they were our goalposts. I can see you standing there, and I can't believe it. And I can't believe it. I thought you'd never ever come back home. I am a father, we were just kids, let's reminisce. I was a right winger, then everyone left home. We were the best of friends, and now we're just two old men, and maybe we could just pretend that we are friends. While you're back, I can see you back kicking balls. Those trees, they were our goalposts. I can see you standing there, and I can't believe it. And I can't believe it. I thought you'd never ever come back home. I am a father, we were just kids, let's reminisce. I was a goalkeeper, then everyone grew tall. Steve Ward, come here. Come here. Quickly, hold this. Ready, it's my Bob Dylan time. Sorry. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Samina-mina. Hey ho, waka waka, hey hey, samina-mina, going to Qatar. And again, samina-mina, hey hey, waka waka, hey hey, samina-mina, we're going to Qatar. And again, samina. Go on, I haven't learned it on guitar. So anyway. Thank you very much, Steve. So I'm John Mouse. Cheers, Diolch yn fawr.
How was that? Was that all right?
Shakira's buddy. She shit in her pants.
This is Welcome Fans on your Thursday evening, live from ECB headquarters. To everyone for joining us this evening, live from Cardiff Bay. I'm going to see some familiar faces, some faces I've seen on wanted posters, faces I've never seen before. I can only assume they've just wandered over the street. But there's a lot to talk about, not least, we're going to Qatar! Oh my goodness. Now, if you're wondering, no, I'm not doing all this on my own. I am going to be joined by actual real life people as well this evening. So first off, welcome to the sofa, the woman that's known as Rupa Vyas, because it is Rupa Vyas, everybody. Yes, you park yourself there. Yes, yeah. You see, we don't do rehearsals, so no. So, yeah, you can put that up if you like. Yeah, and you're not alone. You're not alone because fresh from Glastonbury, where he performed just to the left of the pyramid stage, near the toilets, is the man that we've all come to know as John Mouse. You've just seen him over there, and now you're going to see him over here. John Mouse, everybody. Oh, guys, how are you? How are you? We'll start with you, Ruth. Yeah,
I'm good.
You good?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm just still sort of. I don't know. It's still a bit surreal. It is still a bit surreal, I will say.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to sink in for me until I'm on that plane.
Because you're going, aren't you? You've already booked.
Yes.
You've taken out. You've pawned a kidney.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to pay it off. I don't know how I'm going to get the time off work, but we'll see when we get there.
Yes. Well, we shall get to all. There's lots to get through then. So we're going to be talking about the Ukraine game. We're going to be talking about Gareth Bale or what he means to Wales. We are going to be talking about the emergence of John Brennan. Brennan Johnson. I don't know who John Brennan is. But we're not talking about him. We're talking about Brennan Johnson instead. We are going to talk about Wayne Hennessy. Oh, they just ring a bell though. I don't know why. Never mind. We're talking about Nico Williams. We are going to talk about midfield conundrums. And we are going to talk about lots of things, not least that this very page, this Welsh football fans' whole shenanigans, has recently reached 50,000 people on Facebook. 50,000 likes. 50,000 people actually like this shit. So amazed. Absolutely amazed. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, to everybody for joining in and liking the page. I've no idea what you are joining in for, but you're very welcome anyway. Very welcome. We're also going to introduce you to Evan Powell this evening. Now, where is Evan? Evan's over there. Evan is literally he's over there. You can't see him. But we'll get there. We'll get to him. He's literally wearing every Wales shirt in the world at the moment. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. Come closer, Evan. Come closer. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're going to go for the sofa, are you? You go for the sofa?
Right.
Get that. Give us a twirl.
Is it fair to anyone in this room who can tell me every shirt that's on this shirt? In about I'll give you 5 minutes time.
Wales ones.
I'm taking that as an answer, Ev. That's a tenner you owe John Mouse. Yeah. We need to pay him an appearance fee as it is. We shall also say a very big and huge thank you, as ever, to our sponsors, Pure Vans and Valley Carpets, for supporting us on Welsh Football Fans. Valley Carpets don't just do a fine carpet. They also do this gorgeous fake grass, by the way, which you can have in your living room or even in your garden. It's entirely up to you. Go where you want. Go where you want with it, you know? We're also going to be talking to the audience as well tonight. They think they're going to get away with it. That's why you're at the back, because you think you might get spoken to. Because you are going to get spoken to as well. We're not here doing this all on our own, you know. So we're going to crack on with that. Right then, let's start with Ukraine game. Take me through build-up. Take me through walking to the stadium. Take me through feelings, Rup.
So I think I went through every emotion before that game. Nerves, excitement, just plain old shit myself, to be honest. I think it was more. I think I had faith in Wales, but it was more, what could Ukraine do, and like the emotions around the actual game and the opponents. So yeah, getting to the ground, I got to the ground quite early. We drove down, so it wasn't much of a walk there. Yeah, and then just the usual match day things that me and my brother do. So we did everything the same way. So I wore the same outfit that I wore to the Austria game. Everything, like by outfit, I mean not just the stuff on top, just everything was the same. You know, superstitions, come on. And it worked because the same thing happens. Gareth Bale, he got awarded that goal, so he scored that free kick. But yeah, I think honestly, like I still can't believe that it happened. And I want to, but I can't. You're
not quite there yet?
No, I don't. Like, I genuinely don't think I will be.
Yeah.
For a
Even
while.
though you spent lots of money that you don't quite have yet to go to a World Cup that you don't quite believe that you're at.
Yeah, exactly, because I don't have that money and I haven't actually spent it.
Yeah.
I don't quite believe it's happened.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing. John, I previously described you as a hopeful pessimist.
Yes, that would be correct.
Yep. Which I'm still very disappointed is not the new name of your next album, but it's
Well,
fine.
you never know.
Never know.
Never know.
But yeah, how were you feeling? How were you feeling beforehand? How were you feeling? What take us through your day?
Well, it was I didn't have a ticket until about 4 days before it, so that was horrendous.
Yeah.
I went on a Twitter beg for about 14 days.
You begged hard.
I did beg hard. I no shame, basically. I didn't have a ticket. It had to be done. Like, I was not going to go. So I had a few offers, and I had a couple of banks, one in the bank from Wrexham, but they messed that up, didn't they? So that was horrendous, listening to that game. I really don't care about Wrexham at all.
No.
They can stay in whatever league
Any
they're
other
in.
time, wouldn't give it a shit. But for that
Whatever league
particular
they're in,
moment,
I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
So, but unbelievable, can't defend to save them. Like what? How can you not defend? How many goals did they concede? 6. Was there 6? Wrexham conceded in the end.
5, 6. It was ridiculous.
It was insane, wasn't it? I was like, yeah, I'm going to the game, great. And then they scored again. So, like, they need to put some more money into that club, get some, like new owners in or something like that. Sort it out a bit.
Yeah,
like,
owners out.
Yeah. Anyway, so got a ticket in the end. My mate, turned out the mate that had a spare one after all that Twitter begging. I think he was just letting me beg online for a while.
Just making you sweat for a bit, was he?
Yeah. He said that. I was like, oh, I didn't know whether to ask you, and I was like, are you serious or what?
Wow.
So, anyway, the game into Canton first, isn't there? A lot of red flares going on and all that. 100% confident we were going to get through.
Really?
No doubt about it at all.
Wow.
Ukraine were knackered emotionally. They put it all into that game. I was watching that game against Scotland, and I thought, shit, if they play like this against us, we wouldn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
There's only so much of that you can do, isn't it?
Surely there's only so much.
Well, I was proven right.
Yes.
And it just felt like we were never in doubt. Even like when Hennessy was making some saves, it was just like the ball wasn't going to go in. Thou shalt not pass, basically. That's what it felt like on the day.
Wow.
So yeah, Bale stepped up. Looked at where he was in. Well, I don't even think he had that good a game. He just did his job, like, didn't he? Do you know? No, but it's true. No, right, okay.
Whoa, John.
No, listen, right.
John.
Goalkeepers are there to stop goals from going in, right? If a guy's making loads of passes all game, you're not going to say like, "Oh, you were brilliant." He done his job. He's supposed to stop the ball from going in the net.
Yeah, but
Just a bit.
defenders are supposed to do. They're supposed to stop them getting to the goal.
But if they don't,
and
then that's
midfielders
his
are
job.
supposed to pass the ball around.
Mourinho believes the same as me. He's gone.
Does he?
Yes.
Does he?
I am Jose Mourinho.
No, but honestly, it just never felt like it was in doubt at all. So there we are.
See then, we have something in common then.
Which is what?
Because you and I must have then been the calmest people in the whole stadium, because I sat there, with my son's next to me, and he's losing his shit.
Yeah.
And I sat there, and I told everybody that I met on the way to the ground, everybody in chapter walking down to the ground, I went, it's inevitable. This is inevitable.
Yeah.
We're going to do this. Our turn. It's inevitable. Yeah. And everybody's like, and even in the opening exchanges when we should have been 1-0 down after about 2 minutes, I was still sitting there going, no, it's just going to happen. It's just going to happen today.
Just felt that way. It did.
Yeah, totally did.
Yeah,
totally
we had
did.
the vibe.
Yeah, and then when that goal went, Bale's goal went in straight ahead of me, straight in front of me, and it definitely wasn't Gareth Bale's goal. I don't know what UEFA have done there to give that goal back to Gareth Bale, because it definitely wasn't going in. And yet somebody helped it to go in, and it isn't their goal. I mean, I know they don't want it, but I'm just saying, and it's a controversial opinion, but it wasn't his goal.
No?
No. I mean, it is.
I mean, we all cheered him scoring that
goal.
goal.
I cheered. Don't get me wrong, I cheered. But I also sat there and went, see, told you, inevitable. And by this time, my son's hitting me going, will you just shut up? So, which was fair, yeah. Rupert, then, what about the man himself, then? Gareth Bale. Have we run out of things to say? Is there anything more we can say about this man?
I mean, he always just comes through for us. That's the main thing. So against Austria, he scored that free kick. But this time, so my brother was with me, next to me, and we got that free kick. What is going on?
was smooth. Thanks, guys.
Oh, it's like he's looking at me. Yeah, no, we got that free kick, and he literally said, he's like, Bale's going to score, and that's the mindset we've got. Like, he's going to come through for us.
Yeah.
And I said it last time, like, people were saying he shouldn't start, and he hasn't had enough match time, but I have every faith in him for Wales. I don't care what he does for other people. You know, he's won 5 Champions Leagues. He probably didn't play in half the games. But, you know, for Wales, I think he gives it his all. So
he does. He gives it all. And he also shares it around as well. You know, he's like, I'm not going to just smash into the top corner. I'm just going to let that guy nod it in for me.
Oh, yeah, he's
you
not
know, he's
selfish,
very
like
giving.
some
Such a giving guy.
Yeah.
But there he is. Look, he's adorning our wall of champions up there. Look at this. This is like the best 5-a-side team you can ever possibly assemble. Although we had a big discussion in the office the other day about.
I was going to say,
yeah, substitutes, guys. There are substitutes, all right? Correct. You've all played 5-a-side. I know you. I know. Looking at you, Maura. I know you're dead after about 5 minutes of 5-a-side. Right? You need a little sit down, okay? So somebody comes on for you, right? But there we are.
No, we're in front there, Laura. So you can have a sniff then, you know. We talked about that all in game after. So
You're gonna have a debrief of the supporters game.
Oh yes, definitely. I was classed in it.
Were you? Were you?
Yeah.
So we got World Champions then. So whatever you do, don't talk about these too much because we're not supposed to have them still. And the FA told us very, very clearly. Our source of the FA said, whatever you do, don't do something stupid like stick them on a wall or something. Okay, so just keep it to yourselves. All right.
Nice.
Good. No. Excellent. Excellent.
Makes me sick looking at all the years they were born. 2000.
2000, Ravi. 2000.
That makes me feel old as well.
Hasn't even got a 19 at the beginning of his age.
Yeah.
God.
Right. Where's Evan? Evan? Right, get a mic, find somebody, talk to them, find out what there we are, grab that one. Good, go and find someone. Sean, you go with him. Pick on Wardy, he's always good value. Chat to him. And so let's find out what's going on with the crowd there.
I'm going to start with somebody I know.
All right. I'm going to start with Nick. I'm just here to enjoy myself tonight.
I'd enjoy talking on the mic.
Okay.
Well, Rupert's already gone over what I was going to say anyway about the Ukraine game, but you know.
What about it?
Everything about it. At the end of the day, I was in the canteen, you were in the press box. So how was it for you watching over there?
I was superb. It was just emotionally draining. Actually, it wasn't superb. It was the most horrific experience of my life going through that 90 minutes. I don't know why Alex was so calm. I don't know why this man was so calm. It was just horrific.
I don't know, see, because I listened to TalkSport after the game and the cries of Little Old Wales sounded joyous, euphoria.
So during the 90 minutes, it was horrific. Then the full-time whistle blew. Then it was euphoric, and it was beautiful, and it was wonderful. And
Euphoric sums it up. I'm still on a buzz now. I'm guessing everyone else played as well.
Yeah.
I'll go to the Ukraine that night, though, wasn't it? You know, they weren't bad side of it. They were a damn good outfit, and we got a result of them, and a W on a queue, and that's what we needed.
Smelling Wales of a queue nowadays, not bad, sir.
Yeah. First time for a long time.
Mr. March as well. I know you were enjoying our game on Sunday.
What's on Sunday?
It was a Sunday when we played.
All right, we said last Sunday.
I'll never be counted if I remember since.
I didn't enjoy it. I thought we weren't very good, really. But we did what we needed to do, and that's all that matters. I thought defensively brilliant, Hennessy and Ben Davis, but I think it wasn't vintage Wales. But for once, luck was on our side. They should have had a penalty, really. But can't complain. We're in a World Cup, and that's all that matters.
They should have had a penalty, but they didn't.
Exactly.
We shouldn't have had the goal, but we have now.
Exactly.
Gareth Bale, 40 goals and counting.
40 goals and counting. 100 after the World Cup.
Yeah, how many is he getting in Qatar now? Come
Hey,
on.
we've got 2 games before the World Cup. 7 games in the World Cup. He can get 50 by the end of the year, couldn't he?
Happy days is happening, innit?
It is.
Come on.
Dark horses.
Is that you know, when you were told to throw it back to Alex, it wasn't literally throw him the mic. It was like, honestly. Just yeah. We'll work on it, fella. We'll work on it. We'll get there. Don't worry. Don't you worry. All right. It's going grand. It's going grand. Bless him. Back in the old days, we'd have said he's on YTS, but that's a cultural reference that most of this audience won't get anymore, I'm afraid. So anyway, right, comments. There are comments this evening. Thank you very much for everybody who's watching online there. We do not leave you out because sometimes you are relatively mildly entertaining. So Steve-O says, love John Mouse, Maddie by the final, top guy. Chopper Charlish says, money's still tight, Alex. Surely time to invest in a proper clipboard. We can't, Chopper, because Lawrence spent it all in Rotterdam on dubious cafes and stuff. Yeah, we've got that. Simon Johnson, Gareth Bale going to LAFC is the best thing to happen to the USA since they gained independence. That's what he says. Very good. Turf Creative says, what a great set of shirts on the show tonight. There's literally no bias there at all, is there, Turf? You're very bloody welcome. The check is in the post, I'm assuming. Now, Simon came back and goes, I was one of the Wrexham fans that had non-Wrexham Wales fans begging for the Ukraine ticket. I strung them along a bit, but I'd have been in Cardiff even if Wrexham had been to the, I'm assuming it's a final, but you weren't allowed to say the final bit there, but I'm going with that, yeah. So anyway, well, thank you very much for your comments, Simon. Yeah, I'd have done the same thing, mate. I honestly would have done the same thing. So, yeah, you're absolutely right there. Right. Oh, something else for you guys on the comments as well, actually. We need to know who is your pick to make the Wales World Cup song. So, have a think about it in the comments. It's not going to be John Mouse, okay? It's not, all right? And don't get me wrong. I know because John's going to do the unofficial. Are you doing a World Cup song, John? No. Are you?
Why would I need to write another song when I've already written 3 blinders? Do you know what I mean? It's like if I get paid to do one, I will. But I'm not just writing them out like a Welsh football song factory.
See, the lyrics just flow out of you, don't they?
No, do you know what it is? I don't want to do another one right now because I just it would just be just another song. There needs to be a reason for why I wrote the songs. I didn't intend to write a song for the Euros, for the When Wales Play Away thing. I had this thing in my head, and it's about a personal experience, So it's not about Wales scored a goal and we're going to Qatar, It's not like that.
Just did it.
Yeah. Well, there's a chorus straight away there. I mean, it's just
I'm a natural.
It's just tumbling out of you.
But that was the story about a fan, buying his kit, spending all this money. There's nothing like going overseas, and being part of Wales Away, and I was a goalkeeper. It's about friendship and going back and reminiscing in childhood, and so there's always reasons why. So football is part of it. It isn't the whole picture for me. So I wouldn't actually go out and go, right, I'm going to write a Wales Football World Cup song.
But what about the emotions of going to the World Cup for the first time?
I'm not going. I can't afford to go to Qatar. I wouldn't. I'm not going to do it for this.
But you do need a new acoustic guitar, so I'm just saying.
But you know what? In the Ukraine game, they played When Wales Play Away, the first song at half time, and I sneaked out to the ground for a pee earlier, and I didn't hear it. I couldn't believe it. So, and then I went back to the Ireland game, they didn't play it again, and I was busting percatheter in and everything, to make sure I didn't have to go.
Too much info.
That was as much of an overshare as Rupert in the same garments from the top of the show.
We had plenty of time.
My catheter was sterilized as well.
No judging there. Come on.
I'm so glad we invited you. Well done. Anyway, right. So, song. That's what we're after. World Cup song. Who's going to do it?
Super Furries, anyway. By the way.
What?
Super Furries, anyway.
Super Furries. Okay. So John's going with Super Furries. Think mashup. That's what I will say. I mean, Sage Charles David Ewan. There's an example. This is an example. Actually, start for 10. So where can you go with that? All right, think of it like that. Okay, so in the comments then, and we will share some later on in the program. Then, right. In the meantime, we're going to talk about a man who simply did his job against Ukraine, according to John Mouse. All he did was actually do what he was supposed to do. To many other people, he actually put in the most amazing performance that's ever been seen by any Welsh goalkeeper at any time in any period of any era. Even Gareth Bale agreed. Here's Gareth Bale saying something like that.
Can I just say one thing first? This guy's performance is the best I've ever seen to date as a goalkeeper. Honestly, it was insane. Doesn't get enough credit as he deserves. Legend.
9 saves, Gareth.
But not just 9 saves, just important saves, big saves, kept us in the game. I can't say literally, like I know people say about other keepers, but
I know you're mixed, but you said this before, you wouldn't swap him for any other goalie, wouldn't you?
not in the world, not even close, literally. I know we're best mates and I'm not being biased, but that performance tonight was the best I've ever seen by a goalkeeper.
Now, because we're very honest and transparent on this program, I'm just going to say that Rupert has no idea what Gareth Bale just said, because that was for you, for the people at home. But basically, he just said he couldn't believe what an amazing performance it was and how absolutely stunning he was.
With his little small backpack on.
Yeah. With the smallest backpack in the world. Could just about fit his compact in it.
Does he have one?
Of course he does.
Okay.
He's got camera ready at all times. So how, Wayne Hennessy then. Best performance of any Welsh goalkeeper ever in history, or man doing his job? Discuss.
I mean, I think it's both. I mean, it is his job to stop goals going in, but it's also other people's job, like as a flyer. Like you said, to stop the ball from going near the goal. So yeah, he did his job, but don't all footballers do that anyway, or they're meant to?
Yeah, but they don't get the kind of praise that Hennessy had there.
But he had the game of his life.
Well, he should be doing that every match, like really, shouldn't
But
he?
then all footballers should be doing that every match.
They do.
Yeah, but then they have a bad performance or something, and they gave it their all.
I know.
So what
Douglas, you cannot have the performance of your life every game, all right? That's not saying that
That is
every
not the-
performance that you do should be the performance of your life.
So
And we all know you've had that. It was in Hungary, in Budapest. I was there. It was the definitive John Mouse performance. Everything since that has been just John doing his job.
Thanks. That was peak John Mouse. Peak John Mouse and down there.
Peak Mouse.
Yeah. Okay. I'll ignore that. And so, right. The thing is with goalkeepers, they're in the spotlight, right? They're different to everyone else. They're not footballers, essentially, right? They're goalkeepers.
Tell you what, there's some profound stuff coming out tonight. Just in case you missed that, guys, goalkeepers are not footballers. Not footballers. Just
So they're goalkeepers. They got a goalkeeper union, and what I'm saying is everything they do is in the spotlight, right? So if they make a mistake, they get vilified. Remember poor old like David James and all that, or David Seaman. Every time they let a goal in, they were like, "Oh, you were awful." Neville, Southall, when he let it through his legs against Romania, awful. Do you know what I mean? Under the spotlight. So when somebody pulls off like 10 great saves in a game, or however how many is, he's under the spotlight. We really do focus on that. And yes, it was an amazing performance. But there were, I would say, genuinely, about 70% of those saves he would have made in any other game, right? So there's only a small percentage. Lawrence is agreeing with me in that, right? And he's a goalkeeper. or at least he played in goals.
no. It is true. Lawrence is a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
He's not a footballer.
So exactly. So there's my point, right? Anyone can play in goals. Not everyone can play outfield.
Yes.
Look, it was a brilliant performance, and I love him.
Big one-handed save from the head.
Oh, that was amazing, right?
Part of his job.
Yes, it is. It is part of his job.
Yeah, but then you can say the same about Gareth Bale.
Yeah.
He's in the spotlight 24/7.
I think it was an amazing performance, 100%.
But it's just part of it. Like, it's nothing new. Is that a compliment or?
Yes.
Yeah. A back of the hand smack across the back of the head
No, he
compliment.
should be doing it. He should be making those
But
things.
everyone should be like, strikers should be scoring goals. But they don't always.
No. Good,
Exactly.
good shout. I might be swaying a little bit. I may be swaying a bit.
Come to the dark side. Well, it's not even the dark side, is it?
Come to the light.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm just bitter because Danny Ward wasn't in goals. You know, that's all really.
I mean,
Danny Ward.
Yeah, but I think everyone was gutted about that. But then Hennessy put in that
He
performance.
did, yeah.
So, you know, it's part of his job, but also he put in the performance of his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're on my side now, right?
I'm on both sides. He did his job and he did it really well.
Right. Is everybody clear now?
It doesn't make
Good.
sense.
Good. I'm glad that's clear for everyone. And if somebody could explain that one to me, then I'd be really most appreciative. What about then? And he was one of the stars of the night, and he wasn't just doing his job. He put in a hell of a shift, and he is one that I cannot wait to see develop in the future. Nico Williams had a great game.
I got a song for Nico.
Oh.
It just goes like this. So I want this one going, right? People are talking about Nico, and it just goes, Nico, he's sexy! And that's
I
it.
can get on board.
You know, nerd, is it?
Yeah, NERD, yeah.
It's that. So you just go, Nico, he's sexy! And that's it. Because Nico is sexy. He is sexy football.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
See?
Rupert, sexy Nico, discuss.
Nico,
Is
he's
sexy.
sexy! See?
Yes. I mean,
It is. She Wants to Move by NERD. That's the song.
That's what it is.
There you go. Right. Yes. Yeah. As a Wales fan, as a Liverpool fan.
oh, I love him. End of. No, but like genuinely, he's brilliant, especially for Wales. Like for Liverpool, obviously, we're not going to discuss that. For Fulham, brilliant, and I hope he gets the move that he wants. But yeah, for Wales, he is sexy
Yes.
in all aspects.
In footballing aspects, I'm referring to.
No, I'm referring to the rest.
Rupert's going
The
all the
hoop.
way.
I'm just going to go all out. I'm not speaking to him now, am I? So I can say what I want.
No, he's never going to speak to you. No,
Yeah, he
there's,
has.
has he?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a court order that says no.
After he
Yeah,
says it.
but I mean, is there anything this kid can't do now? Because I'm now beginning to think that he can do.
Game of his life and goes like
He'll never have a Wayne Hennessy
moment.
performance
No.
where he's just doing his job.
He's not a goalkeeper.
No, he's not.
It's
He's a
not part of his
footballer.
job.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. Where'd you play him?
Nico, where he plays, that's a perfect position for him.
Which
He has
is
such an impact there on bombing up and down up the flank.
yeah.
Basically, do you know what he's like? He's like when Bale started for Spurs. He's got that kind of, and then just push him forward a little bit more, and then he'll turn into the new Bale. Nico's the new Bale, basically.
Wow.
Get Brennan, Nico's the new Bale.
That's been said before, and I actually agree with John this time.
Thank you.
Has that actually
Why
been
do you
said
look so
before?
shocked?
Nico's the new Bale.
Yeah.
Right. Not like Harry
He was
Wilson.
spindly like Bale
No.
was.
Nico is the next Gareth Bale.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, in the comments then, is Nico the new Gareth Bale?
I think so.
Discuss and if he isn't, also say why. If he isn't or is, because that's how you write a comment, I suppose. Anyway, right. Back to the comments. Daniel J. Harris, I am not reading that out. Okay, that's not going up. All right. Need to go in the kitchen and have a little word with yourself. Off you go. Off you go. Unbelievable. Simon Johnson says Gareth Bale could fit Brian Flynn in his tiny backpack. Perhaps he should wear Flynn on his front during games like Tweaky and Dr. Theopolis from Buck Rogers. There's a modern cultural reference.
What?
Simon's been at the Baileys. Blimey. Right, some excellent song suggestions, or who should be doing the World Cup song. I am saving them up. We're going to do them a bit later on in the program. Then, so if Nico Williams is the new Gareth Bale, then who is Brennan Johnson then?
Brennan Johnson.
Brennan Johnson is just Brennan Johnson. Or John Brennan.
John Brennan.
Has anybody found who John Brennan is yet? Because that's killing me. I've got to say. I know he is somebody, but he's not Brennan Johnson. This kid's, I like this kid a lot. And I mention it every time that I'm doing this program. I saw him score for Wales under-21s against Belgium in the 1-0 win up in Wrexham a couple of years ago now. And it was the first time I ever saw him, and I liked him then, and I like him even more now. We'll get there. We will get there. No, not there. No, nearly. Yay!
He's happy.
Oh, wow. Look at that smile. Look at everything. He is a beautiful human being. And when he took his goal against Holland, he didn't smash it. He stroked it in like somebody that's been doing that all his life for Wales, and he's only been here about 20 minutes.
Because he will be doing that all his life.
He will, won't he?
Yeah.
I can't wait for this guy I really, really need him to be the goal scorer that we've been lacking. The regular one. Can he be that?
There's no reason why he can't. He's got all the potential. So, yeah, I mean, why not? He is the future.
Why not, John?
No. I'm really looking forward to seeing him in the Premier League. He's, he's clearly a talent. And was he young player of the year in the EFL? Was there something like that? So I just hope that he doesn't get battered up in the Premier League. When he can hold his own up there.
Against Liverpool.
Physically, I hope he can cope with the pressure. I know the EFL is a bit of a kick-em kind of division, but it is another level, isn't it? And whether he can score in that division, and if he can score in that division, and then we go into a World Cup on the back of him banging some Premier League goals in against world-class defenders. By the way, we are going to win the group.
Oh, are we?
Yes.
Wow.
Without doubt.
Wow. You've come a long way, John.
I know.
Blimey.
Look at the group. There's nothing in it. Iran, USA,
and some other side.
some other team. Yeah. But they're awful. England are absolutely dreadful.
I know. Couldn't even beat Hungary.
One goal in all those games. We will win that group, and we'll avoid Holland, and we play Senegal. And in the next round, I've done my little.
Have you planned that out? Have you? You've gamed it out.
I complained to 442.
Yeah.
You're going to say to FIFA.
No, 442 didn't update their chart, so they still had nobody in our thing. So I printed the world chart off and had to figure out who we were as unknown qualifiers.
Unknown UEFA qualifiers. Yeah. I've seen that. Yeah.
They didn't reply to my tweet, though.
Didn't they?
No.
Well, shame on them.
Yes.
Shame on them. I'll tell you what. That's Brennan Johnson. Then what was it? Brennan Johnson. Should he start?
Yes.
Always now.
Yes.
Thanks, Dan. I know you're trying to make up for your poorly judged comments earlier, but that's good.
In replace of who?
Yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah. Any other options on yes or nah? Possibly no. Horses for courses?
Instead of who up front then?
I mean, if John Morgan was here, he'd say that he'd start him again in front of Gareth Bale.
Oh, John Morgan.
Yeah, John Morgan. Chat shit. Honestly, he's been wrong every time.
We've never been able to have this discussion before.
Yeah. Let's just
We are discussing probably world class player.
Yeah. Good point, Steve.
Yeah.
It's a good point, Steve. It's good.
Because
We're gonna have you on the sofa.
Get rid of John.
Oh, God.
I'm not getting rid of John Mars.
I mean, they're wearing the same shirt. So
Yeah, I know. It is.
WhatsApp group, but send it around.
Well, you know our starting 11 now, which is basically our starting 11.
Yes.
Who would you put him in there instead of our starting 11? Because I think the balance of our starting 11 is spot on at the moment.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, fair play. It is. It's a bloody lovely decision to have.
Well, if we go,
I'd love having that problem.
In this position.
Fresh legs, you bring it on. He's dynamic.
and that's a great time to come on. Then. So, bring him on after 60. So yeah, but of course he could start as well. You know what I mean? You know, once we top the group and we play those no offers in the last game, play the kids then, innit?
He's talking about topping the group. I just can't even believe that it's happening.
Yeah, he's topping the group. We're still even just trying to
Honestly,
get it.
I can't see it anything other.
I mean, I
than
was calm on the ground, but you are
3, 6,
like
9
Yeah,
points.
yeah, but yeah, I know it's not.
good. It's another thing we've established this evening. Rupert knows how to count. Everybody, that's all important stuff. It's good. Good. Right, on to then. Well, there's one starting problem then. So, Brendan Johnson, do you not start him? Who do you start him in place of? But what does the midfield look like for you guys? Now, that's so, with Allen and with Wilson, Ampadu, where do you go with them? Actually, we need Evan. Evan, you're back in, son. Right, but we'll get whoa, easy, go, easy. All right, we'll get the panelists, all right, and then it's to you. Find somebody who's got something interesting to say, okay? Not in that corner, all right? Go now, head over there. Good, right. Midfield.
It's the tough one, but I think we'd go with Ampadu instead of Wilson, like most of the time, and then rotate Wilson in.
Yeah.
As and when needed. I mean, they're both good, but Ampadu, a little bit of both.
Is the problem that
my
Ampadu is because I don't think he is. I think he's a midfielder, not a centre back. But I do agree with Mr. Mora over there in that he will be a centre back. It'll be the place where he settles, which will make me cry a little bit because he's too good.
That's the thing. I think he's a midfielder. In my eyes, he's a midfielder. So, I mean, if he wants to go back, if that's his choice, then so be it. But yeah, then Wilson can go.
It's like these Instagram quizzes sort of thing where everything's flashing above your head and you just wait for someone to land on it. That's what's going on here.
Pretty much.
It's just exactly that. It's just what's going to come up next. I'm Ethan Ampadu. Anyway.
The thing, I'd love to see him in midfield. I think he does an amazing job in midfield. He's combative. He's got great vision on him. He can pick out the pass. He's brilliant like that. Unfortunately, I think we've got 3 centre backs.
Yeah.
I think those 3 centre backs are immense, and I would not split them up. Ben Davies, Rodon, and Ampadu. I just wouldn't break that up going into any of the big games. So I'd keep the midfield the same then as what we've been playing. I'd start with the side that has been our side essentially.
So reluctantly.
Yeah, reluctantly, I'd be playing him as one of the back 3 just because I don't think we've got. That's one area I don't think we've got that much of the strength and depth there, to be honest. And that showed in the Nations League as well. The amount of goals we conceded.
It did a little bit. It did, yeah. I mean, Ampadu found the net, and I actually did say just as he was lining up this, and my son will testify, just as he was lining up the free kick, I was going to say Ampadu's going to score here, and then he went and bloody did it, and then it wasn't that, and I was quite sad.
Yeah, I agree. I was very sad.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Joe's last
hurrah
tournament, probably, isn't it? And so you wouldn't leave Joe Allen out, would you?
Can't leave Joe out.
So the only option. No. So the only and would you? Okay, so this is interesting. Would you leave Ramsey out there? Some guy next to me was calling for his head throughout that entire Ukraine game.
It wasn't John Morgan, was it?
Oh, I don't know, but he was doing my head in. He was like, oh, Ramsey's rubbish. You can tell.
Still sounds like John Morgan.
Does he?
Yeah.
He hasn't got 2 goals.
Doesn't know what he's talking about. No.
Get him in.
Yeah, exactly. Right, Evan, who you got? Where are you? What are you doing? Who you got? That was smooth, Sean. Thanks for that.
I like Sean's.
It'll be like an horrible school teacher by now and pick on one of you at random now. Right, come on.
I've got to add to anything that John hasn't already said.
I have got to be honest, Evan. Of all the people that you could have picked out there,
you pick a rugby player.
You pick a rugby player.
Or somebody go for the big man.
I will agree with everything that John said. I thought he was spot on. I am going to stick up for John Morgan. John, I'm here for you. I think it's dreadful that such a superstar of the show is picked on when he's not here to defend himself. You do chat shit, John, but I still love you anyway. But everything that John said, I 100% agree with. I think the back three is settled, midfield settled. As long as we don't lose Ramsey and Joe Allen or Bale, I think they're the three that can't get injured. I think we're golden. That's my interesting hot take.
Smash it, fair play.
Love you, Big Earl.
Well, I think the Wales squad is strong as it is. I think as John said, I agree with him. I've been saying this the last few weeks. I think we'll top that group because I think Iran and USA and England. I don't think England are going to put much of a fight based on the way they've been playing, and I don't see why Wales can't go out and beat them away in Qatar. Dream big. Why not? Yeah, exactly. Like you would think we'd be in a World Cup a few years ago, so why can't we go in top of the group and beat England? Or being it a winner at the end of the day. Why not? I think we shouldn't just be there.
It's a tactical leak. That's what that is.
Show England, put them in their place. Get out of the group like top there if we can. And the rest after that? Right. Hopefully we can go through far into the tournament, but but get beat. I just want to beat England in that group. That I think that'll make the tournament beating them. Summed it up perfectly. That's what we all want, I think. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's the dream. Right, you've had some interesting words to say to me off camera, so come on, here's your chance to shine.
Right, if I'm going to be completely honest, mind Evan, I'm going to say exactly the opposite to everything I've heard in the last 10 minutes. Okay. I think that Brennan is a great player to have off the bench. I think I would play him in smaller games, in whether it's Nations League, whether it be an exhibition match, whether it be a friendly. I think that he's 18 years old. You've got to manage someone's potential. You don't just chuck him in at the deep end. John Toshack did it with Bale, but Bale's one in a million, mate. And you'll find a million miles away to replicate another Gareth Bale. But Johnson is a quality player, so you've got to make the most of it. But if we're going to go into that group and expect to win games, we've got to remember it's our first time there.
Second World Cup.
Yeah, second World Cup, but our first time in 60-odd years. First time as a group. We've done European Championships, but we've never done a World Cup as this group. And if I'm completely honest, I love the 5-2-3 formation in these games. They're very open, they're very attacking. But as you've seen from the two games against the Netherlands, with the 8 goals in both of those, the 2 goals we could see late on in Poland, if you're going to play a midfield 2 with a 5-2-3, you're going to get overrun after that hour mark. Allen and Ramsey are going to get absolutely just... They haven't got it.
Right, can somebody please shut up, Ashton? I think we're done. We are done. We are. Sean,
Ashton Adams, tactical master.
Sean, yeah, you're killing the buzz, but you really are. Sean, before you come back, can you just go and interview the guy who took a tactical piss earlier because he thought he'd escape? Go and talk to that guy over there.
We're going to win the
World
Cup.
The one there sat there. Yeah, there he is. Yeah. There we go. Come on. No, where's he going?
One way with you.
No chance. Until you know if I'm looking for anybody now, someone down there.
Right. We need to train Evan a bit more. He needs work. If he can't see a man sat at a table in a Wales top, then how many beers has he had? Seriously. Anyway, right. Thank you very much for your contributions, apart from Ashton, who really killed the shit out of it. But I tell you who we haven't discussed at all, and that's because he's been really poorly sick, and that is Di Brooks. Because Di Brooks isn't even in the frame at the moment, but he's coming back.
Let's give a round.
Okay, big round of applause, Di Brooks. Absolutely. Okay, can we get Evan not to throw 300 quid's worth of mic equipment around again? There's a lot to take in. Right. Okay. Yes. So Di Brooks, been poorly, coming back. He went out to the training camp in Spain. Obviously, we want to see him back soon. Get him back in the conversation again. I want to hear what Chris Mepham had to say. He's his teammate at Bournemouth, and he was asked about Di Brooks after the Ukraine game. Let's hear from Chris Mepham.
Yeah, there's no hiding. It's been a really long road for Dave. I spoke to him a lot, and I think everyone's sort of given him that support. But ultimately, it's still a real tough thing that him and his family have gone through. And yeah, obviously a promotion with Bournemouth to the Premier League, and now qualifying for the World Cup. I think, yeah, from the outside, it's gone as well as it could have. And yeah, I think David's got lots to look forward to, and yeah, we'll be buzzing to have him back. I've kept messaging him, trying to get him, seeing if he's coming to camp, and yeah, I think he just kind of lifts the place, with his story and what he's gone through. It really does, put things in perspective, and it's certainly done that. But yeah, like I said, as a team, it's amazing that we can give him something like that to look forward to, and I think it's a realistic aim for him to having his head to get back for the World Cup, and yeah, hopefully he can sort of showcase himself at that level again. Yeah, of course. I mean, he's got to, listen to his body and make sure that he's ticking off all the checklists that he needs. But yeah, I think realistically, he's got a couple of months away to sort of build his fitness and build his body back up, and providing he does that, then I'm sure he'll be in a good place come November.
There's a lot of love. There's a lot of love there from Chris Mitton to Dai Brooks. We've all got a lot of love for Dai Brooks. I'm looking forward to him coming back, and I can't wait to see him pulling on the Wales shirt again. So, what do you say, Morty? He's on the plane, whatever happens. He's on the plane for you, is he? Regardless. Yeah. Okay, all right. It's a big call. Someone like Johnny Esther's on the plane for me, regardless of whether or not he plays, because you have to have a Johnny Esther in your squad, regardless. So yeah.
He's going to be part of that team bonding.
Right. We need to get... All right, thanks, Wardy. Calm down now. Need to catch up on some of the comments, honestly. Right. No, we've done that one from you. Oh, there we are. Simon Johnson. John Brennan is a former director of the CIA. I think I actually did know that. I think that is what was in my mind. I don't know why. But anyway, right. Chopper Charlie says, Brennan Johnson starts for me now. Pure class of a player. What else have we got here? Simon Johnson says, I'm not on the Baileys. I'm on Hennessy. See what he did there? Hey? No. Sorry, Simon. No. There's suspiciously, a lot of the Chartists should do the Welsh World Cup song. Lot of that this evening. Don't know where that's all coming from.
Good band.
Lawrence Moore is totally in for topping the group now. He's totally got the bit between his teeth. He said, John, you've just unleashed a monster now, because that's what he's going to be like.
Me as well. We just spoke about
the pair of you. Oh, really?
We're on the same team.
You had a little chat over there between the two of you, have you? Really? Oh,
It's him, top of the group.
Right, fine. Pascal Neal says, Brennan ahead of Dan James. Now, which brings it on to, seamlessly, by sheer accident, onto my next point, because does Dan James deserve a bit more love? Are we a little bit too critical of Dan James? Because he came onto the scene, and it's like, bang, this is Dan James, he's absolutely amazing. And then he's kind of, he fell out of favour at Manchester United, and went to Leeds, and with that, he's coming up, there he is, look at that. It's a great picture of Dan James. We're a bit harsh on him, are we, John, we're a bit harsh on Dan James.
Who is being harsh on him then?
Because, well, I've been a bit harsh on him.
Is it? Well, Ashton brings the bike down all the time, doesn't he? No, look, every player is different, and every player brings something different to the side. He brings energy, he presses like nobody else can press.
Isn't that his job?
Team. Exactly. And he does his job really well. I would start him for that because he drags the team forward. There isn't a lot of pace left in midfield. So with that, you need pace. It'll stretch the defense, makes the pitch bigger for when we're attacking. That's what you want to do as an attacking side, make that pitch as big as possible, make it difficult for defenders. Yes, his end product isn't as good as others in the side, but that's what the others in the side are for, to finish off a job that he creates. Basically, he digs a hole, and then the others fill up the water, and then Gareth Bale goes to the top and jumps in with treble somersault. Yeah. Walking around here. Thank you.
I find myself agreeing with John Mouse.
See, I was going to agree until the whole digging a hole, filling water, and jumping in.
Yeah.
Did you get lost in that metaphor?
Yeah.
Because what he's saying is that Dan James is doing all the really hard work and the hard tasks, and then the other playmakers are coming in and they're sort of topping up, and then Gareth Bale does his double twist with Pike.
No, I'm saying no, definitely not. But I'm saying Gareth Bale is able to go to the top and do triple somersault and without any splash.
See, how this isn't going into a World Cup song, I do not know.
This is recorded, right?
Yeah.
I'll use all this.
There you go. There you go.
First, I
Right.
didn't want to write a song.
Simon Willis says Ampadu is better at central defensive midfielder, provides us with a bit more bite and legs in the middle. Alan Ampadu as our sweeper, says Pascal Neil. The Chartists also believe that they should do the World Cup song as well. Well, we'll find out because they're going to close for us this evening. So we shall find out whether or not they can. They've got the chutzpah to do that. A bit more rock and roll, guys. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Yeah? One of you stood there in a comfy sweater. I'm just saying. Just saying. Right, what else have we got on the comments? And we're still looking for your comments for who should produce the World Cup song then, which is obviously the most important thing that we need to...
I hope it's not Feeder.
You hope it's not Feeder?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like they rubbish.
Really? What?
I just don't like their songs.
Did they turn you down or something?
Yeah,
What, Comfort and Sound?
I don't like them. I'm more into like slightly more alternative art music, you know. It's a bit boring. I'd hate you if the Phonics did a song. That would kill me. That would absolutely kill me.
Right.
Because that would just be dirge.
Right. Strong feelings. This is the strongest feelings we've had from you all night.
Yeah.
And from a man that's not writing a World Cup song, this is...
Well, you know, you've got to be represented well. And like the last song was all right. The song before that was all right. You know, they've not been great songs, really, have they?
They're controversial. Controversial, and you have to be a certain age to remember it, but there hasn't been a good football team song
New Order.
Since the Anfield Rap.
Do you know the Anfield Rap, right? And I don't support Liverpool, sorry, Rube. The Anfield Rap was the first record I ever bought. 99p, John Menzies in Pontypridd.
Wow.
Right? Because I didn't know where else to buy it, and I recognised that it was Liverpool and football, and I was like, I'll buy that. I bought that, and I bought Jive Bunny's Mega Mix at the same time. Yeah.
Blimey.
So they were my
Blimey.
first two records I ever bought. Yeah.
There are a lot of old cultural references right there.
Is this your target audience?
John Menzies.
Yeah.
Giant Bunny, yes. Yes, this is very...
This is good on TikTok straight
Yeah,
away, isn't it?
it is. It is. Right, now, we have important stuff to do. Because around about 1 million years ago, we ran a competition. And the competition was to win these things here. Signed Tosh posters. And then, while we were busy promoting Tosh, we completely forgot to give these away. And there are 2 of them. And they're signed by Wyndham Evans and David Giles, and they signed them in this very room over there, live, on a Facebook Live. We went, right, all you have to do is share this post, and you can be in the draw to win one of these posters. And then we never actually did the bloody competition. So, we're doing it now. Evan? Come on here, boy. Just throw that mic casually at him, John. There you go. Yeah. Right. Evs, come on. In there. Right. Who are the winners? Who we got?
Winner 1 is Mo Lewis.
Mo Lewis.
And winner 2 is Peter Barnett.
Peter Barnett. Mo Lewis. Peter Barnett. Thank you very much. Well done, guys. These are yours. These are yours. Now all we need to do is figure out how to get in touch with you again, and then we'll figure out how to post them to you. But in the meantime, we shall keep them safe here. But anyway, you are the winners of our Tosh signed posters. Tosh, by the way, is out in DVD stores in Amazon. It turned up in HMV. I didn't even know HMV was still a thing.
John Menzies?
No, it didn't turn up in John Menzies. No. Anyway, right. So we can take that off the list, guys. We've actually finally given away prizes in a competition that we've ran. Honestly. Lawrence Moore has still got a scarf that we haven't given away. That was 4 years ago. Anyway, Tosh available now from Amazon on DVD and Blu-ray, and also available for digital download. The DVD contains over 40 minutes of extras, including amazing people like Michael Sheen, John Bishop. Thank you. And Ellis James. Honestly, it's good. It's good. It's really good. And the film's really good as well. Anyway, right. Look, we've done that. Let's move on. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to what your suggestions were then for World Cup song then. And I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased with you all. You've all just been it's been wonderful as ever. Right. Simon Johnson, David Ewan for World Cup song. Noel Mooney says Jose Juliano Granados. Stereophonics is Chopper Charlie, but if not them, Tinty and the Bucket Hats. Chopper, have a word with yourself, right? You know you've gone too far. You know you've been a prick. Okay? Don't do that again, all right? Emily Friel says the Chartists again. Literally, are all the Chartists sin? Are all the Chartists sin and are all their family watching? Is that what's going on? No. No? Really? You're not Emily then?
Emily?
That's his sister. John Mouse, you'll be disappointed to know that Ashton agrees with you, Super Furries. With the Mannix and Wayne Hennessy playing a banjo. Mashup of Tom Jones, Shirley Bassey, and Goldie Looking Change, says Chopper Charlish. There you go, Chopper. Now you're back on form. Well done. And Earl's gone for Shirley Bassey and Sage Todd's mashup for the World Cup song with the Treorchy Male Voice Choir as backing singers, or, as he's written, the Treorchy Make Voice Choir as backing singers.
Yeah, I didn't check the spelling when I was typing it.
You didn't?
I was trying to look at
Yeah. See, I have that effect, Earl. I have that effect. Don't you worry, mate. Don't you worry. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for your comments. It was there. It was done. Right. Okay. What we need is for the Chartists to seamlessly move into position while I say thank you to these guys, and then they're going to play us out. Okay. So, Rupert Vyas, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Absolute pleasure. You've got your Qatar Cymru top on already. You are ready for World Cup. John Mouse, are you sure there's not going to be a song?
Yes.
I'm talking him into it.
Yeah.
Maybe, we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gone from no to we'll see.
Okay, right. Well, thank you both. Thank you both for coming in. Absolute pleasure to see you as always, and I'm so glad that none of you are John Morgan.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. Right, if you can give that to Evan then, so we can actually hear the Chartists. I just need to say thank you very much to our sponsors of Welsh Football Fans. That is Pure Vans and Valley Carpets, as ever, for their pretty long-term and very fantastic support. We really appreciate it, guys. And if you're in need of a van or a carpet, Pure Vans and Valley Carpets can help you out. That's just remains for me to welcome the Chartists then. So if you are not entirely sure on this, these are a band from Newport. They are a Welsh indie rock band. They do some classic and alternative rock covers. They do their own songs as well. And they are stand-up, real-life human beings who raise money for Ukraine with a little charity gig as well. So they are fantastic people. We are very privileged to have them on the programme this evening. Thank you much for coming along. And guys, do please take a look at the charts, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.
This first song's a Welsh song.
alla mur femi dweud y trigar hydol ond weithio mae'r gwir yn well peidio mynd i bell gan fod yr hyn gariad o'n byth yn newid y legol y dont ti yw fy hadref ti yw fy man ti yw yr hanes sydd yn gadw fi allan o gan beidio gadael fi bod yn wani ti trio gwthio fi fod yn gryf peidio gadael fi bod yn wani ti trio gwthio fi fod yn gryf Gada fi bod yn wani ti Gada fi bod yn Diolch yn fawr. That was one of our originals.